Welcome back to Coffee Talk. Grab your coffee. Join us for our talk today. If you're new to our channel, we're Keith and Terri.
Yes.
We talk about retirement, retirement lifestyle, retirement travel, all things retirement. And if there's a subject you would like for us to talk about, let us know. We'll talk about it in a future coffee talk. And today we're talking about something that a viewer asked.
Days are long and years are short.
This is a subject that a viewer asked us to talk about, and how when you're younger, the days seem to drag on. When
Yeah.
you have small children, many times you don't get a lot of sleep. And so you're running on fumes, and it just seems like the days just drag on and on. But then as you get older, the years seem short.
Yeah.
You get over 1 year and then you're in another year and you think, what in the world happened to that year? It just goes so quickly. So that just seems like how it is in life. When you're a young adult and you're just starting your career and you have a family and you're not getting a lot of rest and a lot of sleep, the days can seem very long.
Yeah, I remember when I worked, and probably you can relate to it also, is that those 5 working days seemed like it would take forever for Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, to come. But then when the weekend comes, it's like, bam, next thing you knew, it was Monday morning and you're back at it again. And it seemed like a month before that weekend came again. So the Monday through Fridays just seemed like took forever. But the weekends, man, they just flew by.
So, in our younger days, when we are working and we are raising our family, it just seems like we go non-stop and we're going on little rest. Our kids were not good sleepers.
No.
And so there was days that you would just run on fumes and coffee because you didn't get much sleep. But then as you get older, you look back and you think, where did that time go?
Yeah. How are our
Like,
kids so old?
they just grew. It's like they grow up when you're not looking.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you look back and it's like, oh my gosh, my kids are all grown.
They're
Like,
graduating.
how did that
Yes.
happen? And so when you're in the midst of that, the days seem really long. But then as you get older, it's just the opposite.
Yeah.
Time just seems to go in fast forward mode, and you're wondering, where did that time go? And maybe I should have slowed down some to enjoy those times more, which we did enjoy when our kids were home, but the time did go quickly. So that is why I think people really appreciate their grandchildren.
Yes.
And sometimes they say you love your grandchildren more than your own children. But I think the reason is that grandparents just cherish those grandchildren so much is because they realize they've been through this. They know how fast that time goes. And that is one of the reasons that we have chosen, and it was our choice, to watch our grandkids 3 days a week. We pick them up after school. We have them until their parents come home. It was our choice. It was our decision.
Already, even though we've made this decision to be with them, it's like already we're thinking, how can our granddaughter be turning 10 this coming January or this January, and our grandson just turned 7 in November? It's like, where did those 10 years go? Where did those 7 years go? From a baby to a young adult.
It's just crazy how fast time goes. So I think that's why grandparents are so crazy about their grandkids, because they realize when you get to be a grandparent, you realize this does not last long. It goes so quickly. And so you want to enjoy every single moment.
Do as much as you can with them. Do all there, even though you get tired, play the tag, play the freeze tag, go outside, do as much as you can with them, watch them, because next thing you know, and we've already are seeing this, that they're going to become teenagers very soon.
And there will be a time when they don't want to be with their grandparents anymore. And so we are taking advantage of the age that they are now and spending as much time as we can with them. So finally, retirement is often a time where you just sit back and you reflect. You reflect on your life, you reflect on life events. Life is full of seasons. You have the season when you're raising your children, you have the season that you have your grandchildren. There's just seasons in life. And so as you retire, I think you reflect more on your life. You know that life, there's a brevity of life. We're here today, we're gone tomorrow. And so I think the older you get, the more that you realize how fragile life is, how things can change in one day. And so it makes you appreciate life and appreciate the time that you have. If there's something that you would like for us to talk about in a coffee talk, let us know in the comments. And like we did with this viewer, they ask us to talk about this because it truly is something you think about as you age. Because when you're raising your kids, it just seems like time drags.
Yes, it does.
But we're here to say that the older you get, the faster time seems to go, and you really learn to appreciate life. Thank you to the viewer who asked us to talk about this subject, because it really is something that happens as you age. The days are long, but the years are short. It really is true. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time on Retired and Loving It. If you'd like to see more of our videos, click the video that just popped up on your screen.